Hello, this is Vanamali. Um, Today's title is God is with the living, not the dead. Um, the question for me is why would God be with the dead? Uh, we hear the top religion saying God is sitting on his throne, that one word, throne, in heaven, his kingdom. You see references to a king, a dictator. Uh, and it is clear to me that ancient people who lived under kings and dictators used them as a template for God. That was the life they knew. And it is natural for them to say, oh, it must be the same up there. God would be a king, a dictator, and he would demand the same things: belief, obedience, loyalty, submission to him and him alone. And those became the top religions of today, which is sickening because we don't live under kings today. And yet, the same old ideas being blindly followed. It seems that we have come forward so much, but comes to religion, philosophy, we still remain backward. Um, so I ask questions. I ask questions. What do people do in heaven? What work? I can't imagine factories churning out goods and exporting to the universe next door. Offices, people working, banks giving out loans. Uh, yes. Are there wars going on in heaven where they need an army, navy, air force? Um, is there crime in heaven? Cops, police, detectives? What about diseases? People getting sick? Are there hospitals, doctors, nurses in heaven? Strange questions, right? I mean, obviously, we don't think that's what heaven is, right? God is the Almighty, right? Why would he have enemies? Why would he need an army to fight these enemies? Why would there be any diseases? So we can go down this list of jobs and we realize that none of them are needed. So what are people doing then? We end up with billions of people in an idle, lazy, useless, pointless existence, shamelessly sponging of God for eternity. Right? I mean, ask any theist, what do you do there? And the first thing is, they do have cheap answers like, oh, we will be working for God. The trick works only until you ask for details. That's when they run away. Because when you ask for details, that's where all these Ponzi schemes, all lies, all fantasies fail. And heaven is just a fantasy being held up by people not asking questions, by this media making sure such questions are never asked. In the 21st century, that just blows my mind. Um, and so we end up, we realize when we see such people down here, we see people down here, sycophants, cronies, prostitutes, gigolos. They get ahead. They look for rich sugar daddies or powerful men like Putin. Uh, they laugh at his jokes. They do his bidding. They mock those he dislikes. They sing his praises. And if you are a supporter of Putin, he demands more bloodshed. Basically, he has a lots of enemies, so go kill, go murder, go rape. Families have been killed off. Children have not been spared. And we see theists have done the same. Holy books are filled with stories of God ordering killing of people. We see again that another indicator that these are ancient people using their king dictator as a template for God. But we look down upon the sycophants cronies who blindly obey the likes of Putin. And imagine that a primitive religion has reduced bright, educated, moral people into shameless sycophants, cronies, willing to do anything. Unbelievers are told they are going to burn in hell. We are attacking families, women, children, babies, and thieves are fine with that. No better than those Putin supporters who rape and kill children. And these sugar daddies, they know what all these places are for. They're not fools, right? These rich men, they didn't get rich by being fools. They know what these places are for. Putin knows what these people support him for, right? I mean, for their money, their wallet. Once the money is gone, poof, there is a disappear. All these people will disappear. They look for other sugar daddies to keep them in comfort because that is what they are after. They are after the rich life he can give them. And thieves, again, are after the same things. They are after the rich life in heaven. Heaven is their goal. That is what they are after. And this is the reason why I'm so frustrated with atheists, because atheists keep mocking God without realizing that theists do not care for God. I repeat, theists do not care for God. It is heaven that they are after. If you truly care for God, you would, when we think of God, we think good thoughts, morals, values. We think of good people, right, who are with God. And yet these religions say good works or God's work, my addition, will not get you into heaven, God's abode. So basically, it's not, they are after this heaven. That's what they are after. God is just a ticket to the good life. And these rich sugar daddies know that these people who are singing their praises, what they are after. And so they view them with contempt, disgust. Guess what? God does too. God too views these people with contempt and disgust because all they are after is heaven, pleasures of the flesh. That's all they are after, Barbie land. And amazingly, even the best of minds, brightest of minds cannot see this. I find it amazing. I find it truly amazing. The mass brainwashing frightens me. And the fact that I cannot get any of these views published is even more frightening. I say God is here with us. God is not in a cemetery, with dead people. God is with dead people. No, He's with the living. God is with the living. God is with the soldier who is shedding blood and yet fighting for his country, his people. God is or was with Schindler, who took great risks to save Jews. God is was with MLK when he marched for against racism for his people. God was with Gandhiji when he demanded independence for us Indians. God is with those parents who who are holding their child's hand, a dying child's hand, hoping for a miracle that would cure the disease that is killing their daughter, their child. God is with the researcher, the scientist, feverishly working hard to find a cure to save the child. So many good people. They are working hard. They are shedding tears and blood to make this a better world. That's whom God is with. That's whom God is with. God is with the good people. That's why I say, apparently good works or God's work will not get you into heaven, but that's the only way into God's heart. You want God to be proud of you? Be here. Choose to be here. Choose to be here where you are needed, where God is needed. God is needed here. They don't need him in heaven. All they care about is pleasures of the flesh. That's all they need. God is needed here. Be with God. Choose to be with God. Walk alongside God. Work with him. Make him proud. Choose heaven, you make him view you with disgust and contempt. And by the way, I don't see God keeping billions of people in cozy comfort just sitting idle. I don't see it. But if such a life is what they want, then God will resurrect them as our pets, dogs, farm animals like pigs. Then they will get their heaven because that's what they wanted, right? Easy, lazy life to be kept in comfort, right? Free food, free drinks, free everything. Just sit and around doing nothing all day. That's what they want. Well, that's the life they will get. Greed, and the willingness to kill people, innocent people, to murder, rape, to throw a baby into burning chambers of hell, a child, and not blink. That's crazy because that is what these religions promise us, that we'll all be dumped into hell. Families, women, children, babies. These are their neighbors, their co-workers, friends, even family. And yet not very few theists protest, very few theists protest. And zero media, because I have tried to ask where do unbelievers end up? Are we to be dumped into burning chambers in hell? It happened to Jews, right? Gas chamber. They were set apart. What was their crime? Their crime was their belief, their religion. Being a Jew was a crime. And they paid for it. Families, women, children, babies, all dumped into gas chambers. And these religions are telling us that our belief, our religion, or the lack of it is a crime. We must pay for it. Burning chambers in hell. And I keep asking, where are you? Where are you educated? Where are you moral? Where are you philosopher? Where? And people like me who ask, the media shuts us down. The media will not publish my questions, my views. They censor them. I have found censors everywhere, sadly. But so again, I end this video with, please choose to be with God. I know life is tough, life is harsh, but running away is not the answer. God is not a sugar daddy keeping billions of shameless leeches, parasites in cozy comfort. I'm sorry. Heaven doesn't make any sense. It's not real. It's just a fantasy being pushed by religions. Choose this world, the real world. This is the real world. Choose the real world. Choose God. Thank you.